Hey you guys, this is my full moon energy check-in. It's a few days late, but I prefer to do it after the full moon passes or after any of these events pass so that you get the energies after the effect. I'm not sure if it makes a difference, but that's what I prefer. It took me a little bit longer because for the first time in a while, I felt the full moon was definitely pulling out some residual stuff for me. And I felt my twins' anxiety the last couple days, so that was having an effect as well. That was slowing me down. As you can see, I'm very tired from it. Anyway, also Spirit was super in depth this time. I'm trying to do the energy check-ins quicker, but this is way more in depth than what I was anticipating because of the decks used. I have been loving my animal spirit deck the past week or so because it's really been giving me some amazing insight into things for my journey, and I decided I wanted to use it for the full moon energy check-in. I use that in my new hero's journey deck, which is about helping you on your twin flame journey as a whole, not just about the relationship and connection. And just the answers are very detailed. It actually took me quite a while to type out the Cliff Notes versions so that I can more quickly and easily go through it for you. So I'm gonna try and keep this one short also because I don't like posting the super long readings, even though they tend to go that way. I know I personally don't like watching super long readings, which is kind of ironic since I end up recording super long ones, but I'm trying to keep the energy check-in shorter for you guys so that you can get through it quickly. So let's get started. Okay, so let me show you. I wish I could turn the camera around in these videos. It really ended up being an enclosed, almost, oval moon in this case. Sorry, it's hard to see with my tablecloth that my daughter insists on using. I took a picture for the Instagram post that will kind of fade out or differentiate it from the cards a little bit better. But so I have the Hero's Journey card on the outside, the Animal Spirit deck in the middle, and then right smack dab in the middle, or I should say the inner circle, and then right smack dab in the middle, I did pull some Akashic Records cards to just ask a little bit more about where the twins are at. Now I have to say there's layers of messages in this, the Akashic Oracle and, primarily the Akashic Oracle is kind of speaking to the first wave twins. Now, with the Animal Spirit deck, I asked for what the energy is of the masculines, and then I asked for the energy of the feminines. This is both, this is a reflection of all waves. It really is. The divine masculine side is a really beautiful explanation of the development of the masculine's journey. And I can definitely see this applying to the first wave masculines who are ready now. And I can also see this applying to the other wave masculines, kind of telling you what they're going through, where they are, where they have been, where they're going type of thing. And then the feminine side is a really beautiful explanation of those who are starting out. It can be where some of you have been, of course, but it's more directed at those who are starting out, who are fumbling around and trying to find their way and figure this out, and explaining what you're going to go through and how to get through it. And then the Hero's Journey cards go into more in depth of how to get through the twin flame journey. So it's actually a very beautifully layered reading with lots of messages from Spirit on all the different aspects of the journey to really help any of you, no matter what wave you're in. Okay, so I'm gonna reposition this so that you can see the cards. I will put them in front of you to see as we go. Okay, let me start off with, since it's only a few of them, the Akashic Records cards, just to get that out of the way for the first waivers. And there's actually a little bit of, it touches back on where you start. So where you start is, can you see that? Let me back it up a little. There, I think we're good. Okay, so you guys, twins, start out in this journey, especially the divine masculines, in this caught in the ruins place. Is that focused? Okay, hopefully we're good now. Okay, yeah. So you start off in this caught in the ruins position in life, which there's multiple layers of this card alone, because it can literally mean like stuck, imprisoned in some capacity. Now, it's not usually going to mean like kidnapped or actually imprisoned, although it can. And you know what? It would not surprise me if there are some cases like that. But it can represent a mental imprisonment. And I don't even mean, because of lack of confidence. I mean, spiritual warfare affects 50% of twin flames, and people underestimate how powerful black magic and demonic attacks are. Like, you don't know. You don't know till you experience it. And, the dark is trying to prevent twin flame unions, because twin flame unions are an integral part of the ascension process. So when this caught in the ruins card can mean like a mental imprisonment, because there are many divine masculines, like I have literally seen it be 50% of my clients as well, who are struggling, suffering from, they're literally victims to spiritual warfare, whether it's evil karmic partners, and I literally mean evil karmic partners who are doing unfathomable things to them through black magic and witchcraft and dark arts. And I could tell you guys some stories. I'm not going to do that right now, but I can tell you guys some stories between what I've been through and what I've seen clients go through. Most of y'all would have your jaws on the floor. So trust me when I tell you that it's for real. But so I'm just going to leave it at that and say there are definitely cases of it's almost like kidnapping, because it's overpowering them mentally and putting spiritual blocks that make the masculine stuck, even though you don't think they're stuck, because they should have the freedom and the free will to leave. They don't have their free will anymore. Their free will has been taken over by these evil karmics, and they're just drastically evil means that they have used to literally try to take control over these divine masculine souls. And I will tell you this, I know for a fact, because of everything that I have been through and everything that I have witnessed, and my conversations with spirit, I know for a fact that even spiritual warfare is part of our soul contracts. It's part of our soul journey and our soul growth and lessons. I have literally talked to spirit about this, talked to the big guy, Jesus, directly. I've asked him, when spiritual warfare works and it affects someone, what black magic or whatever it may be, it is because your souls have chosen to go through that, have chosen to learn the lessons from it. It does, like, even though it seems kind of backwards, it does put you through significant soul lessons that help you find your strength and your sovereignty, and help you find your self-worth and your self-confidence. And there's just, there's lots of layers to it, to why it happens. But it is part of our predestined soul contracts and soul journeys. So just take that into consideration. But anyway, so this card represents it represents actual like imprisonment in those ways through spiritual warfare. And it also represents self-imposed imprisonment because of limiting beliefs, because of low self-worth, lack of self-esteem, low self-confidence, victim mentalities, depression, anxiety. These are all dark nights of the soul, of course. attachment disorders that cause avoidance and running from your true path and from your true soul connections. You know, these are all different examples of limiting beliefs that cause people, both divine masculines and divine feminines, but more so divine masculines, to stay stuck in negative situations and environments because they either don't have the strength to leave them, or they don't have the free will if it's a case of spiritual warfare, or because they don't feel good enough to, like, they deserve better, and like they feel like that they have to settle for this because nothing else is like worthy of, no, I'm not saying that right, because they're not worthy of something else. So this is where twin flame journeys start. More often than not with the divine masculine, but there can be divine feminines who are in similar positions as well, okay? But this is where you're headed. This is where the outcome is, okay? The outcome is breaking free from this. The outcome is realizing that it's a self-imposed prison, that it's not, you don't have actual chains keeping you stuck here. And it's opening those doors and walking out and freeing yourself. And, you know, for first wavers, like 2022 is a huge year for first wave twin flame unions. And trust me when I tell you, I have also learned that even unions are divinely aligned in specific divine timing, not just for you as individuals, but also for humanity, also for ascension. This is why there are twin flame waves, because groups of twin flames are meant to come into union at specific times in Earth's history for ascension right now, for helping the ascension process along. And 2022 is the year for first wave. This is why, you know, back in, if you guys are watching this on Instagram, so you would have seen it. And it's pinned in one of my top 3 positions on my page. The channeled messages from Jesus and Mary Magdalene, one of the slides in there is the dates for twin flames, for when each wave met and when each wave will come into union by. You know, I channeled that a year ago almost. And now I understand it even better. Like, you know, there's a lot of people, a lot of kickback that I get from that is, I don't want to wait until then. You know, and I have said all along, it doesn't mean that you will definitely have to wait until then. All it means is that it's meant to happen for you by then, but it can happen anytime between now and then. But it's meant to happen by then. Now, some of you, it can happen sooner. Some of you will have to wait until then. And for reasons that you can't understand right now, for reasons that you either still have to experience in your lives and in your journeys, or because of reasons that only Spirit knows, that has to do with the divine alignment happening for the planet overall. Like, I can tell you that for my journey, my twin, I mean, he has been wanting this for a long time. And he has been trying to do this for a long time. It's very, I'm not going to get into all the details, but it's complicated because of a very toxic karmic partner who, you know, besides being controlling and manipulative, she's also was a satanic witch who I put a stop to all of that crap. and so, like, we're first wave. We had a long journey that he doesn't know that much about yet, although I have told him some things. But we had a long journey just because of spiritual warfare. And even our spiritual warfare was very layered. It wasn't even all because of her. It was layers from past lives as well. Although in the past lives, it was also because of her. So I guess you could say it wasn't necessarily because of her in this lifetime, but it was, a lot of it was because of her in past lifetimes also, because her soul has been doing this to us for a lot of lifetimes. But even then, there's even some of it that wasn't pertaining to her. But anyway, so we've had a journey. It's been long for us. I met him in 2013, and obviously it's 9 years now. It's actually 9 years this month. Octobers are significant to us, and we'll see if they continue. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize you were falling. I'm sorry. Hopefully I can make you stop falling. Wait. Okay, I was going to say hopefully Octobers will continue to be significant for us this year, but I turned that the wrong way. It remains to be seen yet. Come on. No, it's gonna keep going. I'm gonna have to position it higher. So anyway, I don't want to spend a bunch of time focusing on this. What I was saying is that what I have seen for us, for my personal journey, is that even though he has been ready and wanting this for a while, there has been, particularly in the past year, a series of events that have occurred that have been out of his control, that have, I guess you can say, delayed the process. But like I said, it was out of his control. I couldn't even be upset about it because I wasn't upset anyway because I'm surrendered. But I couldn't be upset about it even if I wanted to, because it's been completely out of his control. And I can see that. And now in hindsight, there's other layers because of the spiritual aspect of everything that, he doesn't even know anything about, that I'm aware of, that have been additional reasons why the process has gone the way that it has. So what my point is that there are reasons that we don't know, that only Spirit knows, for why our union is timed when it is. And there's many different things that go into the timing of union. It's not just about our individual journeys. It's about connection. It's about how everything is connected. Like, it's about the two of you, as well as the people around you, as well as the world, as well as many layers of many things that Spirit is all intricately orchestrating. And when you get to union, you're going to be able to look back and understand how all the puzzle pieces fit together and why everything happened how it did. But right now in the thick of it, you can't see that. You can't see the bigger picture. You can try, and part of your process is learning to see that, but you can't yet. By the way, if you haven't figured it out already, this is not going to be a short reading because Spirit decided to talk. But anyway, so yeah, union is not just about, it's not just about you two and what you want. It's greater than that. I love it the way one of my friends puts it, actually, and she's totally right. Union is an event in and of itself because of how it affects humanity as well, because of how it helps ascension as well. So our unions are not only timed to you in your life, they are also timed for bigger purposes. And they are events in and of themselves. They are energetic events. And the twin flame waves, their unions are coordinated together to serve a bigger purpose in the ascension process. And that is why I was given those dates of when the waves will come in union by, because twins are meant to come together in unions in these waves. Like, it's not just about you met each other in waves, you're meant to come into union in waves for the ascension process. You have to understand that Earth and humanity, like our human lives, is a very small focus compared to the bigger picture of all things spiritual, of divine existence. And there's just a way more, like, think of it as thinking about Earth compared to the universe. That's also us compared to all dimensions and worlds and God and spiritual divine existence. Like, we're just one little cog in a greater, much broader plan and grand scheme of things, of existence. So, and the unions are part of a much bigger picture in terms of Earth and humanity and the next stage in Earth and humanity's history, an era. So you really have to have that perspective. You really have to gain that perspective in your journey and gain that understanding that it's not just about you. It's not just about your journey in your life, even though it feels like it when you're going through the depths of it. When you feel like you're gonna die if you can't be with your twin soon, you have to step back and realize that there's a much bigger picture going on, both for your twin flame journey and for how it connects to all other twin flame journeys and to ascension and to life on earth. So keep that in mind. I don't remember where I tangented. Apparently Spirit wanted to say all that, but the main point was that understand that whenever your union will be, it is divinely timed for a reason, okay? And trust your process in getting there. And I know it's easier said than done, but anyway, going back to the cards, where we're at the Akashic Records cards. So this is where we started. This is where all of you have started or are starting or whatever. And this is where you're headed. Like literally, bam, bam, bam. Saying Ha community, Archangel Raphael, wishes fulfilled, and add some. All four of those cards. Now I'll give you the brief description. Coming together with your soul tribe and coming into union. Your twin flame is the most important member of your soul tribe. So yeah, this to me, this is a card that represents both union as well as coming together with the people who are meant to be in your life on your soul journey right now, who are going to be significant in your life moving forward from here as you come out of this significantly transforming soul journey, okay? Coming into union, Archangel Raphael is assisting with reunion. Archangel Raphael is healing you both, preparing you for union, opening up doors of opportunity, and guiding you both back together. So another union card. I mean, wishes fulfilled pretty much says it all. Your wishes coming to fulfillment, your dreams coming true, and add some means the arrival at your goals and dreams with the help of your spirit team, as you can see. And your whole spirit team is represented here too. Loved ones, angels, ascended masters, elementals, fairies, and whatnot. Like your whole spirit team is with you and guiding you forward to the arrival at your goals and dreams. So this is where you started. This is where you're headed. And first waivers, the time is now, okay? Okay, so now let's get into the nitty-gritty. I'm gonna start with the animal spirit decks, and I want to start with the divine feminine energies. So the first card we have here is the earthworm, which is naturally an earth element. All of the elements are represented in the animal spirit deck, including the spirit element, which I know doesn't seem like it's an element, but it is. So earthworm. Many of you are beginners on the twin flame journey. You see many others, such as myself, who are more experienced and wise about the journey. But remember that everybody has been a beginner at some point, okay? And one day you will be the experienced one who is teaching others as well. Don't be intimidated by the journey. And don't be intimidated by all that you're learning now in your awakening process, okay? Don't lose hope either. Know that mastery takes time and you are on the right path, okay? Now we have oysters, and this is a water element. You are focused and determined. You can achieve anything. Now, I kind of set this up wrong. I'm not saying that some of you are oysters. This is part of your process. This is part of your metamorphosis, okay? That you become focused and determined. You know that you can achieve anything, and you are powerful in your gifts. Don't underestimate yourself, okay? It is natural that you're going to go through ups and downs. You're going to become doubtful. You're going to withdraw sometimes, but understand that this is your life's work. And don't underestimate yourself, and don't underestimate your gifts. Trust yourself, trust spirit, and you have to be patient, okay? This journey is one of the biggest themes is learning patience. Now we have Gazelle, which is a fire element. You have to focus on the present moment. You have to slow down, breathe deeply, release the fight or flight mode. Release overthinking and being afraid and being fearful. Find gratitude in everything. And that also means finding gratitude in the difficult lessons, understanding that everything you're experiencing, all of the good and all of the bad, is all happening for a reason. Just like how I was saying that spiritual warfare is built into the journey, it's part of our soul contracts for a reason. Have gratitude for the lessons, knowing that they are bringing you to greater places. And if you're on a twin flame journey, it's for a reason. Like your soul chose this path for a reason. It's because you're ready. You're ready for greater things. You're ready for enlightenment and ascension. And twin flames chose to be of service to humanity. And that is why you are here in this role doing this. So understand that it's all for a greater purpose. Let spirit nourish you. Hone in on your heightened intuition. Be vigilant in cases of spiritual warfare so that you are, protecting yourself and your twin appropriately as needed. And, and that's it. I already said the last part. I feel like this keeps moving. Does it keep moving? Hopefully not. Okay, so next for the Divine Feminines, Tiger. Also fire element, of course. Learn to be at home with the darkness, which means you can't always know everything. Sometimes you have to be in the dark. You have to trust. It's about this journey. One of the other lessons of this journey, not just about patience, is also about learning to have complete blind faith and trust in spirit, in your twin flame, that you're on this path for a reason. So know that when you're in the dark, it's because you have been planted by your own soul, to be honest, and by your spirit guides, and you're just you're going through this metamorphosis right now. You're, whether you think of it as the seed that is germinating and in the process of blossoming, or you think of it as the caterpillar who's being turned into goo and transforming into the butterfly. However you think of it, you've been planted, you're growing, you have no choice, unfortunately, but to get through this period of solitude and metamorphosis again, and before you can come out the other side. There's a different card in one of my other decks that says something essential yet still in development. And it's the land in between. So you're in between the old, but not yet ready for the new, not yet ready to step into your new role or into union yet. And it's because you're something essential yet still in development. That's what you're going through right now, okay? So just learn to be comfortable in that. You kind of have no choice. When there's a warrior journey involved, fear nothing, okay? Know that you have spirit behind you. You do need help sometimes on those warrior journeys. They're not always solved solely by prayer or by asking for spirit's help. Like, spirit will guide you to the right people to help you properly, because when a crazy psychopath karmic partner is hiring powerful practitioners to do crazy ass shit that you think only exists in movies, you do need professional help from another experienced practitioner who knows how to properly combat against that to protect you. So sometimes spirit guides you to those people, okay? Keep that in mind. But fear nothing. Take advantage of your heightened receptivity and intuition. Spend time in silence. Know that there is nothing to fear except the awakening of your own power. Although I don't know why you would fear the awakening of your own power. I think that that's kind of exciting. And also I like this. Passion and sensuality are growing as well. So that is a positive sign with your twin also. So for some of you, when you're at this stage, you might have some communication or some interaction with your twin, and that passion and sensuality will be growing. If you are overstimulated, focus on quieting your mind and going within, okay? Now we have the dragon card, which is spirit element. This is all about the focus on your solar plexus, okay? This is about balancing the ego, connecting with your true authentic self from a soul level. Also, dragons breathe transformative fire into you, bringing courage, higher vision, and sacred intelligence. So this is all about you connecting with your higher self, seeing the bigger picture from the spiritual perspective. That's understanding that sacred intelligence. And when courage is needed for the warrior journeys, the dragons are bringing the fire, baby. Okay, then we have the golden egg, also spirit elements. And this is focus on the heart chakra. This is about introspection, contemplation that brings truth to your heart and opens up your heart chakra, opens up your unconditional love, takes away the fear of opening yourself up to that unconditional love with your twin as well. Like, you stop being afraid of being hurt. It connects you with your true essence, your true soul essence, and helps you become more comfortable being vulnerable and open. And the guidance here is to listen to the messages that your heart is telling you. You know, one of the things that I teach is that you have to turn off the ego center, which means turning off the mind and the brain, because the brain and the mind is more so connected with the ego center, and that's why you get into overthinking and fear-based energy. You want to connect to the intuitive center, which is its own thing. It's more so connected to the heart center. On a normal basis, it's more so connected to the heart center. But emotions are tricky. Emotions, when you're in a reactionary mode, that's when your emotions are connected to your ego center and fear-based energy instead. So your gut feelings, your intuition are more aligned with your heart center, and that's why it says listen to the messages of your heart, because your soul speaks through your heart. But be aware that when you are in a reactionary mode because of being triggered in some way, that is your emotions going to your ego center, going to those inner child wounds. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And then lastly, we have the otter, which is a water element. And the message from the otter is you have completed your journey. You've gotten through all of these steps. You've conquered all of it. And now it's time to celebrate. Unobstructed joy, contentment, and absolute bliss are yours. If you're not there yet, you can find joy in your life at any time as well. And actually, that's an extra message here. So there's two things here. For those who have conquered the journey, it's time to celebrate. And you're at the very least, you're in inner union, and outer union is coming soon, okay? Outer union with your twin. Now, those of you who are not there yet, one of the ways to help yourself get there, one of the things that you need to focus on your journey is, I lost my spot, here it is focusing on finding joy in your life, creating joy in your life, doing the little things, pursuing your passions that make you happy. What makes you happy, do what makes you happy. Now, that also includes following your life purpose paths and not sitting around waiting. It means doing what you need to do to go down your soul path the way that you're meant to as an individual first, which is not just it's about every aspect of your life. It's about where you work, what you do, your hobbies, the people around you. It's everything. It's every aspect of your life. Spirit wants you working on yourself, working on your life, because this is a soul journey for yourself first before you come into union with your twin. So you need to make yourself happy. You cannot be sitting around waiting and dwelling on pain and disappointment and frustrations. You need to be making yourself happy and bringing joy into your life. And that is going to help you align for inner union and get through the other steps of your process. Release doubt, worry, or skepticism and embrace joy. This will elevate your energy and raise your vibration. Okay? Okay, so that's the divine feminine energy. Now, let's look at the divine masculine energy. First, we have the turtle, which made me laugh. The turtle is actually both water and earth energy. Of course, this is referring to our divine masculines as the snails that they are. I have literally watched over years, and I do believe that this is more so the first wavers, because the first wave moves the slowest, met the longest to go and moves the slowest. The later waves do move a little bit faster, but the masculines, they just move at a snail's pace and at a turtle's pace. However, in the fable with the turtle and the hare, who won? The turtle won. Slow and steady wins the race. So there are lessons in that those lessons of the slow and steady and the patience, it might be coming because of the pace that the masculine is setting. However, those lessons are applying to the feminine also. And actually, those lessons are more so applying to the feminine, because it's just on the masculine side, it's just a matter of that this is just the pace that they have to go. And there's just no way around that, because the feminine chooses this journey and is, ready to go and moves through it faster. The masculine is dragged along through the process, didn't really have much of a choice. And he has to go through it at the pace that he has to go through it. And there's not anything you can do about that, unfortunately. Feminines, a lot of you, stop trying to control it. Stop trying to force it. Stop trying to push them and pull them. You have to let them go through the journey at their pace. That's just how it is. And the reason why is because this is what they're going through. This is what the turtle means. Ancient souls that are in the process of grounding themselves and connecting with the deeper truths of life. As they collect life experiences, they start to tell their own stories that are true to their soul selves. It's a growth process. It's an awakening process. And especially because it's not something that they choose, it's something that their souls and the twin flame journey drag them through and force them through. The divine masculines are more likely to go through a dark night of the soul for this reason. That it's this growth process that takes time, and we have to understand that, we have to accept that, and we have to hold space for them while they go through it. Now we have the panther. So now this is where the messages apply to the first wave. So first wavers, your divine masculines are shifting out of turtle mode, and now they're shifting into everything that's about to come next. Everybody else who's not in first wave understands that your masculines, your divine masculines, and by the way, it doesn't matter what gender they are, okay? It's just one twin embodies the divine masculine energy, one twin embodies the divine feminine energy. Usually. There can be flip-flopping, but usually they primarily stay in the same energies. So for all the other waves, your twin is most likely in the turtle stage because they're working through that growth process and that awakening process. But the time is going to come when they start shifting into these next energies and these next steps, which is what the first wavers have been doing, actually. I would say the first wavers have been doing this definitely this year in 2022, and perhaps even before that in 2021 as well. Okay, so first we have the panther energy, which is fire. Where towers are necessary, towers will happen. What are towers? Towers are shakeups. Whether the divine masculine initiates the shakeup or spirit initiates it. It's when, a spirit comes in, or the masculine does it himself, and creates massive significant changes in their lives. The intention is bringing you to more fulfilling lives. If spirit is doing it, it's because it's bringing them to their soul paths, and it's bringing them to their the more fulfilling lives that they are meant to live. It may be unexpected, uncomfortable, or even devastating at times, but when the dust clears, you will see the wisdom behind it. You will see the bigger picture, and you will see how all the puzzle pieces fit together once you get through it. Trust the journey and trust spirit. And when you're out of balance, or when they are out of balance, they can be self-destructive. So any masculines who are not in balance can go through a self-destructive period in their journey as well, okay? But understand that these shakeups are coming and they are happening for a reason. Next, we have the lion, also the fire element. This is the master of self-transformation. This represents personal and spiritual growth significantly. You are respected by all, but intimately known by only a select few. So these masculines are private, and they command that respect, but they are really only allowing their divine feminines and their soul tribe to see them, to really see the true them. Patience is needed while becoming a master. Inner peace and strength is achieved here, which is inner union. Any masculines who are not here yet are withdrawing. They might be over serious while working through this process and overthinking themselves as well. So if that's what your masculine is doing, understand that this is what he's working through. He's working through this self-transformation. He's working through this mastering process, and he's working through his personal and spiritual growth. And that is an essential part of his journey that you have to understand and allow space for him to go through it as needed, okay? Then we have the horse. It specifically says in the book that this is the most, I can't remember the exact words, but the most powerful earth energy, or the most grounded, or something like that. It's like the strongest earth energy in the deck. This is about momentum and forward movement, okay? I mistyped. It should say you now, not you know. You now have momentum so reliable and supportive that you can ride it to any goal, no matter how difficult. You are fully awakened and fully alive now in your empowered soul state, and you cannot be defeated. This is freedom from karmic cycles and karmic situations as well, okay? The horse's secret weapons are physical stamina and mental focus, aka exercise and meditation. So exercise and meditation are going to help get into horse energy. Although I don't feel that all divine masculines have to have that either, because people have busy lives. You reach your horse energy however you need to, and spirit will guide you through that process. Before DMs are fully in their horse energy, you will find that what do? They run away because they feel weak and unworthy. So before masculine is in a horse energy, you can expect them to run, because, they're not always going to run, but they might be withdrawn instead. They might not fully run away, but they might be withdrawn because they feel weak and unworthy. When the divine masculine is fully in their horse energy and is fully ready, they're going to have that forward momentum, and they are going to be undefeatable at that point. And you know what that reminds me of? I have to tell you guys this. I don't remember exactly how the sign came to me, but I just remember that I got a song sign not too long ago, a few weeks ago. Something came up about union, and I think I might have been having some fears, and I heard the song Unstoppable. Spirit put the song in my head. It was stuck in my head. I remember that. I can't remember if I woke up hearing it or what it was, but Spirit put the song in my head, and I heard the song Unstoppable by Sia that's popular right now. And it was like Spirit, I got the message immediately. Spirit was telling me that union is unstoppable. So, have that complete faith in it. Next we have Nightingale, which is an air element. It's the only air element that came out. And it's about fearless communication, inspired speech. Your soul, your spirit will start speaking through you to each other. To me, this is fearless communication with each other. So for first wavers, this is your divine masculine coming forward, speaking their truths, telling you how they really feel, confidently and courageously, and bridging the gap between the heart and the voice. So starting to speak your soul truths and starting to live your soul truths. When anybody who's out of balance, any masculines or feminines really, who are out of balance, will be shy and unable to speak their soul truths. So it's all about the build up to this. And then lastly, this might as well be union. The Cosmic Egg is a spirit element card, and it is for the crown chakra. It represents completion and harmony, the completion of your journey, achieving cosmic consciousness. This state emerges after we've tread the path for quite some time and through self-effort and grace, finding self-realization. Contentment and oneness arises within us, or in reunion, and the veils of self-limiting beliefs are lifted. Remember those self-limiting beliefs I was talking about at the very beginning with the Caught in the Ruins card? Those go away. Before arriving here, you might feel like you will never get here. You might feel alone and disconnected from others. And feminines, you might feel like that too while you're waiting for the divine masculine to finish his journey, because the feminines finish their journey and find that inner union before the masculines do. And then you have to hold space for them to finish their side of the journey. But remember that the journey as a whole goes back to your soul contract, and everything is happening for a reason. And you will get here. And I love, love, love just this whole combination of cards here. This trajectory for the masculines, I just think is really beautiful. I 100% believe, because I have seen it, I've witnessed it, I 100% believe that this is spirit telling you that first wavers, you know, these masculines are conquering all of this, and many of them have achieved this, or they're about to, and they're ready. And you know, just a reminder, I channeled that a union portal opened on the summer solstice, June 21st, and closes on the 11/11 portal. Now that doesn't mean that their unions won't happen outside of the union portal, but within the union portal is a time of accelerated unions and a bigger group of collective unions. Okay, so this makes complete sense of these first wave masculines conquering all of this and coming into union with their feminines. And for everybody else, know that this is the process. This is what they're going through. And you also had that insight into what their behavior will be like when they're out of alignment before they achieve this. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to switch over to the Hero's Journey deck, which is the guidance for getting through the journey and understanding it better. Okay. So first we have, I'm going to do these as two at a time. Eyes on the Prize and the North Star. I think you can see them okay. This is a journey between the old you and the new you. You're not meant to know every step of this process. You're only meant to keep your focus on the outcome and trust your intuition. Your higher self is your internal light illuminating the possibilities and your way forward. When in doubt, turn to your higher self for direction. Your journey is not a problem to be solved. It's a magical treasure hunt to explore with your North Star leading the way. And your North Star is, of course, your higher self. Now we have Dream Redirection and Dream Sanctuary. Your home and your life must be in harmonious flow for your dreams to manifest. Who do you need to forgive or make amends with? What negative attachments or behaviors need to be released? Declutter your house and your life to make room for success. You are the director of your life. If something isn't going right or you aren't happy, you have the power to make changes. Identify what is unfinished or what is unfulfilling and make adjustments as needed. Now, this applies to your individual paths as well. Like I said, this journey is not just about the relationship. It's not just about union. It's about your soul path as well. Are you following your soul purpose? Are you doing what you're meant to do? It's not just about being fulfilled. It's also about serving humanity in the ways that you chose to for this lifetime, you know, following your soul purpose from a spiritual level as well, because there's two life purposes. There's the one that makes your soul happy, that brings you fulfillment. And there's the one that is your spiritual path, that is how you chose to help humanity. It's your spiritual gifts and how just whatever it is that you're meant to do, whether it's in becoming a healer or helping people more one-on-one or having a larger voice. Twin flames all pretty much have chosen additional soul purpose paths as well. So this is also about that, okay? Making the right decisions to follow your soul path and be the director of your life. Okay, now we have Ally in Disguise and Make the Grade with Flying Colors. Everyone in your life is there for a reason and a purpose, and everything that happens for a reason. Look for the silver lining in everything. Both your friends and your enemies are instigators for spiritual growth. The most difficult challenges teach you the most valuable lessons. Like, remember what I said, that even spiritual warfare is part of our soul contracts. When you are tested, ask yourself how this situation will make you stronger. Look for the lesson, the opportunity, and the gift in every challenge. Your higher self co-created your curriculum, because this is Earth School, remember, and your inner wisdom already knows the answers. All of it are opportunities for maximum awakening. Okay, now we have Divine Discernment and Trip the Light. Fantastic. Divine Discernment is an important card because of it's the meaning and depth to the card is significant, and I wanted to read the entire message, so I didn't summarize it, because this isn't just important for your side of the process, feminines. This is also important for understanding the divine masculines side of the process. Take a breather and honor your yin feminine nature. This is not always so easy to do in a culture that honors and celebrates the yang, or drive or strive mode, while turning up its nose at the virtues of the yin qualities of flow and letting go. The yang can also be considered the masculine energy. In yang mode, we get things done. In yin mode, we fill our tank and reflect on our larger vision and purpose, so that when it is time to move, we can do so with precision. If we are to live in balance, we need both action and reflection. There are times to do, and there are times for inaction. To know which mode is most appropriate, step back and practice discernment. So, for both not right now. For both the feminines and the masculines, there are times when you are meant to be taking action, and there are times when you are meant to be still and be introspective. There have been many times on my own journey that I have wondered why my twin isn't doing something yet. And when I check in with Spirit, I am told that he is going through an important period of spiritual or emotional growth. Those are the times when he is meant to be in yin mode, when he is meant to be connecting with his higher self and going through these growth periods. And then there are other times when he's meant to take action, and he's guided for that when he's meant to. You know, it's going to be the same for all of you, both as for yourselves and for your twins. And you have to have that understanding, and you have to hold space for them no matter what it is that they're going through, okay? No matter what it is that Spirit is putting them through. Where was I? Okay, so next, there's a place inside you that knows how to flow with the universe and Spirit, when to hold firm, when to pause, and when to flow. Allow the universe to take the lead. When you dance with the universe, there's no need to figure out what comes next. So trust the universe and go with the flow. Now we have the call, and for this you were born. And the day came when the wish to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. Why are you here? What is unique to you? What is your calling? Everyone has a great, one-of-a-kind potential encoded specifically within you, and that is your soul actualized in your body. Discover yours and live your purpose. That is why you are here. That is why you are on this journey. We must be willing to get rid of the life we've planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. Your soul chose to come here now for a reason and for a purpose. Focus your intentions on following the soul path that your higher self wants for you. Say yes to your purposeful life. Say yes to your higher calling. I'm doing this one on its own. Say yes to your higher calling. And I love the quote underneath. Be a human exclamation mark. I'm going to make that into a meme. Be a human exclamation mark. Appreciate all of your experiences and defining moments in both your personal halls of both fame and shame. Knowing that that's the old you. Release them. Follow the winds of change to the perfect, divinely guided people, places, and situations that are for your maximum soul growth. Okay? And follow that path. Now we have Divine Drunkenness and Afterglow. And both of these I also felt were significant enough to read their messages in entirety. So divine drunkenness. You've said yes to becoming all you can be, yes to becoming your best self, and yes to contributing to the world by remembering your dreams, sharing your gifts and talents. It seems the universe heard you and is responding in kind. Instead of panicking at the loss of who you thought you were, celebrate your gain. By releasing who you were, you have created space to explore the infinite possibilities of who you shall become. Your divine disorientation is due to the disappearance of the self you've come to know over all these years. Take heart knowing the sacred storm taking place within you is part of your apotheosis. You are experiencing elevation from where you've been to the human you were born to be. The rearranging of cells, molecules, atoms, electrons, and quantum material that holds you together is a wild party. Ha! Call it good and revel in divine oblivion. Understand that basically you're being turned to goo for a reason. Go with it. Okay, and then afterglow. Land gracefully. Coming home with the elixir or enlightenment. Oh, sorry. The way this is worded is funny. Let me rephrase. You are coming home with enlightenment after a soul-altering experience, and this requires consciousness, attention, and care. You've been changed, yet the world you're returning to has remained much the same. Like an airplane coming in for a landing, having sailed over oceans, deserts, and forests, if the pilot brings consciousness to the landing, it can be graceful, even though the craft is hitting solid asphalt. Returning home from this powerful inner and outer journey may seem like the time to let go, but this stage takes as much consciousness as the rest. To make your re-entry as smooth as possible, go out of your way to be gentle with yourself as you integrate slowly back to the ordinary world. And maybe perhaps that is something that is a common misconception, that as soon as you get through this transformation and change, you're just supposed to take off, or your twin is just supposed to take off. But really, this is a time to go gently as you adjust to your environment from this new perspective, okay? I also like the representation of the afterglow as the afterglow of union, just saying. Okay, so now we have the return and become the elixir. Now, before I do this, let me just say, I really love the parallels here. I do feel that for the first waivers, this does represent the return of your twin flame and the afterglow that comes along with it, just saying. But the messages from these cards are, it's not just about you. Your story is meant to teach others. Everyone starts at the same point and reaches a similar ending. Seeds are planted in fertile soil, growing and embodying the elixir, and then teaching others how to do the same. How can you help others around you now? You've had life-altering experiences and learned libraries worth of knowledge that you're meant to share. Not everyone will hear you, but by living your truth, embodying your path, and simply showing up to do your soul work, you will touch all of those who are meant to hear you and find you, okay? And now this is where you get reach as you culminate your journey and you become a teacher as well, okay? And now that this is the best part. You know, this is where first waivers are reaching and where the rest of you can look forward to. How much good can you handle? When blessings come in, stop holding your breath and waiting for the other shoe to drop. It is time to open your heart, breathe deeply, and receive blessings, also knowing it's about more than just you. With every gift you receive, give back as well. It's an energy exchange that is a perpetual spiral of appreciation and giving back. This brings you to higher realms of consciousness. Instead of questioning what you did to deserve all this goodness, pray to become more aware of and receptive to the blessings in your life. But the biggest message that I love here is honestly the stop waiting for the other shoe to drop, because this journey can make us paranoid and worried that it'll never come to fruition or that the spiritual warfare attacks will never stop. But stop waiting for the other shoe to drop. The blessings are coming, will come, depending on where you're at, and enjoy it when it arrives. Okay, that's it. It went way longer than what I wanted it to, but not every energy report will take so long. There was a lot of deeper messages here from Spirit, so I hope that you guys got a lot out of it and that it helps you all. I look forward to hearing from you in the comments or privately.